Welcome back, trainers, and we have a nice treat for you today. We're going to be maxing out a Shadow Lugia, going up against all of the Rocket leaders using 1500 CP Pokemon, going up against Giovanni 2 times, and I'll explain how I do that because a few of you were confused on Twitter. I'll talk about that. And it's crazy. I can't believe the IVs, the odds I'm getting in Pokemon Go lately. I don't know if Niantic is trying to re-spark my enjoyment. I never lost the spark, by the way, if you're watching. I still enjoy the game. I know I complain a lot of times, but it's probably because it's just coming more from the heart. I really don't want to, but anyways, crazy stuff is going on here. So we're going to go up against Cliff here. This is not going to really be a one-on-one on how to do this. You can pretty much see here, 1500 CP, basically use Pokemon that are going to be doing the same thing but stronger if you just want to get it over with. I'm just kind of giving you a fun example because this has kind of just been my thing for a while, because it's a challenge. Anyway, as you can see here, the various different Pokemon that they're going to be having. I'm not going to look for any shiny shadows. If I battle Sierra, that's the only one I would really want, and that's going to be the Nidoran female. If I actually do get that shiny, amazing. If I don't, okay, I'm not going to get disappointed. I don't get my hopes up or anything like that. Now, something I did get my hopes up for was a good IV Lugia Shadow. And folks, I was graced with 2 of them. You're going to see not just the first one, but the second one also turned out to be incredible. As you did see, the one at the beginning was going to be the first one that I did catch. So let me explain here as we're going through these rocket leaders. We're still on Cliff here. How you can get 2 super rocket radars and get potentially 2 Lugias like this here. Well, you simply save it. The one that you get in the past, that I've gotten in the past, I held on to it for this specific moment here. Now, I wasn't certainly hunting Lugia, but I was just holding on to it in case we got something incredible. In this case, I wanted to max this one out because I've been saving my candies for it, and that's another reason why I wanted really good IVs. I know everybody wants a good IV one, but me, I was really hoping I was going to be able to showcase this because going for all of those XL candies is pretty tedious and expensive, if you know what I mean. So here we are. And folks, I went into Go Battle League with it. And yes, it's absolutely a beast and it's fun to use. I'll give you a little teaser at the very end, but that's going to be its own video here. So going up against Arlo, basically you go through it, you see what they have if you want. You can go in blind with 1500 CP, but, good luck. There's kind of a few Pokemon that you can pick of the typings that you're going to be generally safe with. Going up against Lapras here is kind of a problem with these kind of low CP Pokemon because it's so tanky. It's just hitting you so hard. These CPs are just incredible. Now, something for the future. I do believe we're going to hit level 100 one day as well as our Pokemon. And I think that these things are around those kind of ranges. And we will be able to see our own Pokemon reaching these combat powers one day. Who knows? We'll see. All right. So I had a blast. I haven't really did this in a long time. So it really didn't take me too long. I had a problem with Cliff. I was just, sometimes I try to get a little too fancy, right? So yeah, you mess up and then the balloon just takes off. And you're like, wait, no, I still wanted to do that. But if you're using regular combat power Pokemon maxed out, you're going to run through it. No problem at all. All right, so we took out Arlo. Sounds good. Now I did get another rocket radar after I did complete the current task that we have to do for the Hoopa deal. So it wasn't like I had 2, holding on to 2. I had the 1, used it before I did any of this. And then after I did defeat them, went through the motions, right? You got to defeat the 3 leaders. You get the Super Rocket Radar again. And that's where I went for the Lugia. So there you go. So we're going to have some fun here with this Malamar going up against Giovanni's Lugia. It's incredible. So it's going to be at a ×2 speed. So we're going to be going a little bit faster here. But real time, slow motion, or not slow motion, just normal speed. It took forever, but that's exactly what I wanted to do. Now I'm gonna have this little Sableye come down because my food called and it was ready. I was sitting outside the restaurant, and lucky for me, the Pokestop had a Sierra, so let's get it. Perfect timing. I could leave the number up, but I'd rather not. All right, so yeah, for the Giovanni, it's just gonna keep going over and over. We got Psycho Cut, Foul Play, Psycho Cut, Foul Play. It's going to be pretty fun. So the slow row is going to be taking us out here. We do have the Shiftry. Now at this point, after they did call me with my food is ready, I just kind of wanted to get it over with. So I was like, all right, let's just speed this up here. I'm not going to try to do anything too fancy. Swap into Samurai and go ahead and just farm down the remainder of it. So we'll have a Hydro Cannon ready to go for this Houndoom here. And I don't think I knew exactly what they had. All I knew is if you use water for her end line, you're going to be pretty much safe. So there you go. We're taking it out with a Fury Cutter, fire type. Let's go. Part dark, I know. Okay. All right. So that's going to be it. Now we're going to go ahead and move into Giovanni here. So let's have some fun. And it is going to have a different line for the middle. And I do believe that's all it is going to be able to have, which is going to be a Rhyperior or a Kingdra. And then in the beginning, Persian, of course, all the time. And at the end, Lugia for now. All right, so I am going to have Tropius, which is going to be doing wonders for me with Razor Leaf being a flying type, and the Rhyperior does have Mud Slap. So we're going to go ahead and swap. Now, that's a technique, right? We've made a lot of videos about this. I know they're pretty old. So basically, if you do not know by now, it's kind of like when you swap in, you stop them. When you use a charge move, you stop them, and they stop for about 2 seconds or so. When they use a charge move, they stop. You take advantage of all these pauses, and you do not throw your charge move then. You're going to be able to gain extra farm, and once they start attacking, or if you're good enough, it depends on the attack actually that they do have. But you can deny their attack if you're fast enough and hit your charge move right before it does happen. It's going to work well with Pokemon that obviously are going to be able to farm charge moves fast, right? Like Psycho Cut on the Malamar. All right, so we're up against the Rhyperior here. First, Giovanni. And at this point, this is probably my 6th try, right? I went through several different Pokemon trying to test out what I can do, really kind of pushing the boundaries. I know I can push them even further, but I didn't want it to fly away, right? And I was like, whatever. This thing still pulled through. We're doing good. In comes the Lugia. Now I'm just going to do some chip damage at this point. Looking like I maybe would stall the clock. There we go. I did stall it. I did swap in. And why did I do that? Well, you're going to see if we're going to be able to continuously bring up this foul play here. All right, perfect. We wait for them to attack again and then continue to go. And what we're going to do with the Tropius is we're going to throw it in. We're going to be able to stall them. The Malamar is going to be able to come in, and then it's going to be stalled again. Do you see where I'm going with that? So you'll see exactly how that does work here. So we're continuing on, waiting for that switch clock here. We're going. We're putting in some work. This Malamar says, I am not going down without a fight. Let's get it. That's a crazy CP Lugia over there. All right, so the Tropius is ready. We go in. We do a charge move even. Great. And they're going to take us out. And please, oh man, that's a little unfortunate. So we could have basically stayed with the Malamar, and we would have been able to have them pause because they would have done their charge move. We would have simply shielded it up. We didn't have any more shields. Never mind. So it worked out perfectly. Holy cow. That was literally down to the T. I guess that's what it takes some of these times. You do it a few times, you get the rhythm for what you need to do, and then you get it. Anyway, here we are with the Shadow Lugia. Let's get this thing. And at this point, it was very late. It's about 1:30 in the morning for me. And I stay up pretty late sometimes, but I'm just kind of like sleepy. And I look at this, and I was blown away. I couldn't believe it. Wow, are you kidding me? 15 attack. Let's go. Let's go. I immediately bought a secondary move, which is very expensive. And folks, let me tell you what. Powering and maxing this thing out with a secondary move, and by the way, perfect timing to TM away frustration, by the way. It costed me almost around 800,000 stars, around 775,000 or something like that. Yeah, almost a million, I suppose. Okay, pretty crazy stuff. All right, last one here, starting with Superior, and we're going to swap into our Probopass. Now, Probopass is actually not going to even be able to land a charge move. What it's going to be playing its position here is to basically get the shields, stay in long enough to take both shields. That's pretty much it. We're going to be able to get close to the next charge move after this, but it's just not going to be enough. So, you know, it's doing its job here. I don't know if you can use Bastodon. If it has the other quick move on Persian, you're going to be looking a lot better for much easier selections. Scratch just digs in way too fast with that CP level on that Shadow over there. So bringing in the Malamar, farming a little bit more, swapping into the Superior here. We got a good amount of farm. We already have a Frenzy Plant ready to go. Okay, getting that off. Now what I want to do here is I don't want to completely KO that Kingler. I want it to stay alive. I need to farm a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and do this. Going to let it take us out here. I hit it a little bit more, get nervous. Could have left a little bit more farm on that, I guess. But hey, it is what it is. We got a ton of energy over here on the Malamar. So let's go to town, and this is going to be the final showdown here. So basically just a slow burn. And what we're going to do for the first few charge moves is try to deny that quick move. And we looks like successfully did deny it. So we're just going to continue on doing that. But we can't do that forever because eventually we're just going to run out of energy. It's going to slow down because we did have that buildup of energy here. But we are taking advantage of all those opportunities where it does stop. Now, I do let it get a few quick moves through because they do very little damage as it is resisted from our dark typing here, but it's still doing enough damage. And now what we're really hoping for is for it to use a charge move here. Come on. All right, perfect. That is our saving grace. If it didn't do that, which it does it eventually, but if it didn't, we would lose because it would eventually just wither us down. But that is the opportunity that we're going to take to gain a little bit more farm while it paused. And now we have all this extra energy, and we're going to be able to finish it off with a freaking Pokemon that doesn't even have 1500 CP. 1495 was it? Wow. Up against what was that? Some massive, disgusting, legendary Shadow Beast. Let's get it. All right, so this one right here, like I said, was also good. Now, nobody was able to really have a Lugia in the Great League. Very few people. Looks like everybody's going to be able to now. All right, so there you go. Lugia in the Great League for all. It is no longer a, well, I guess a shiny. Actually, yeah, shinies. If you do have a shiny one in the Great League, that's still special. Raise your hand if you have one of those. That's me. Let's go. All right, what is this? What's going on here? And I also got a Weeping Bell. Folks, 15, 15, 14. Incredible. Purified it. I'm joking. That would be the stupidest move. No, don't do that. Kept it the way it is, and I'm not going to evolve it in case it does get a community day. So we're going to Elite TN this. We're putting Aeroblast. I mean, are you kidding me? We're nearly spending 1 million Stardust on this thing. Of course, we're going to be using an Elite TM. All right, so we got the Aeroblast. We're good to go. We're going to be doing Sky Attack as well and Dragon Tail. Now, I'm not worried about the steals because this sucker hits so hard. It's resisted, but it's still going to hurt. Take a look. Take a look at this Stardust. How much it's going to cost? Here we go. All right. We already bought that secondary move, which is a lot more than just your typical legendary. So there you have it. Looking good. If you did enjoy this video, folks, give it a thumbs up. If you do enjoy these types of videos, I'll be bringing you some more, potentially. Just let me know. And there it sits on our list of all of our Pokemon. Looking good. So here's a little bit of a preview here of me in Go Battle League. Not going to show you too much. Just a little teaser. Going for the Aeroblast. Oh boy. Level 50 versus level 50. Thank you for watching, trainers. And I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!